Wow, this is kind of it in a nutshell. And the most of you probably know that Kimberly and I had a small group strategy meeting with Bobby Kennedy a few weeks ago. And that was his major concern, is how do we organize best against the vaccine passports? Because he and Naomi Wolf and, many of the rest of us feel that this is the turning point, that the vaccine passports are it's basically the turning point on the Nazi agenda here. And his major strategy, of course, is legal, and he's done a tremendous amount of work. He and I had an individual talk about it, where I said, would you feel ready to bring a lawsuit against the vaccine passports, against Fauci and against Gates? He said, and he just chuckled. He said, I've got 1,300-page lawsuit ready to go. And I said, well, if it went in, if the lawsuit were accepted, do you think it'd go to a judge or a jury? And he said, it wouldn't matter. He said, you give me a deposition session with each of those guys and their history. The whole thing will be done. And he doesn't say that kind of thing lightly. And I know that the big lawsuit that Reiner Fulmick is doing right now has got tremendous evidence and witnesses, including people like David Martin and many others from around the world. So I've found in the past that all the different things are necessary, and oftentimes the lawsuits are the turning point, because that's when the big mucky mucks themselves are looking at major jail terms and major fines and so forth. So when we won the lawsuit against the government in California, when they were trying to spray us with toxins, secret toxins back in 2007, the Governor Schwarzenegger then came out an hour before they announced the result of the lawsuit. Obviously, the judge had called him and let him know, and all of a sudden he jumped onto our side, and the whole thing went away as soon as we won 2 lawsuits. So I think the lawsuits are a really key part of it, but also demonstrations and critical mass actions. That with the passports and with these house visits and these camps and so forth, the single strongest thing that I can say is have a local community where you've got your email lists, your text list and so forth, where anyone on the list, if you get a visit and it's not going well, or you just want support, or they're trying to take you away or something like that, you need to be able to do a group text instantaneously and have people at your house like within 15 minutes, and have them come en masse with video recorders, with musical instruments, with wacky outfits, whatever it takes to get the press to cover it, and just make it so embarrassing for the enforcers. It's like that video that I just showed of them spraying the cow shit on the enforcers. That's the kind of outrageous stuff. I'm not suggesting shooting anybody unless they're shooting at you. But I am suggesting every outrageous thing you can think of in groups that gets the mass media attention and just makes it virtually impossible for them to follow through on you, much less a second, much less 100 other people in your community.